Recently, there was a non-binding resolution released called the Green New Deal. What a non-binding resolution is for something. It's something for people to sign on to that they have no intention of ever supporting, but they want to get a whole bunch of votes. But I want to talk about one part of this resolution. It says that there should be economic security for those unable and unwilling to work. A whole bunch of people got their feathers in a ruffle over the unwilling to work part. They're saying, why should people who can work but don't want to work have economic security? So there's a lot of ways to argue why. So I will argue in the only way they know how, with money. Today there is an industry whose sole purpose is to create products that waste our time. They don't add anything. They don't help society move forward. They just create things to waste our time. This industry gets a revenue, as of last year, of $140 billion. Now, if I told you there was an industry that gets $140 billion a year and the only thing it does is waste our time, you would say, wow, that's really terrible. We should stop doing that. So this industry is video games. And yes, I do play them all the time, so before all you people start saying, hey, this guy hates video games, I got 460 hours of Warframe, so no, you can just stop right there. So why is it okay that we give $140 billion to the video game industry when it produces a waste of time? That $140 billion might as well just vanish. And then there's the actual development cost. That's got to be pretty big too. If you're getting $140 billion in revenue, your development costs have to be pretty high too. All this money goes to a waste of time. That's it. It's a waste of time. Video games are a waste of time. And yet, it's a good thing. Nobody ever says, why don't we stop giving money to the video game industry? Why don't we take that $140 billion and do something useful with it? Why don't we make more solar panels? Why don't we research for better solar panels? We could use that $140 billion to research fusion power. Nobody ever says that. They say, oh, okay, video games, that's pretty cool. $140 billion for video games, that's a good thing. So why do they say that? Now, there are some people who would say it's because video games are entertainment, and humans, that would be me and you, require entertainment to live. We do not need just food or shelter. We also need entertainment. And if you don't believe me, I want you to lock yourself into an empty room and just sit in there. Get your chicken wings and your tendies. Just eat those. Maybe get a spigot out of the wall and just turn on and go, so you can drink the water that comes out of it. And after a month, I want you to tell me how you feel. That's not a lot of people, because the people who are against giving money to the people who are unwilling to work, they're going to say humans don't need entertainment. They would say if you do anything but eat wheat bread, white bread's too much. If you would do anything but eat wheat bread and you don't have a job, you're destroying human civilization. Those are the people I want to talk to. Or talk about. You can. I guess you could be watching this. I could be talking to you right now. The only reason they like that the video game industry makes $140 billion in revenue a year, despite the fact that they make a complete waste of time, is that there is money being transferred, and that's it. Money comes from the customer to the various companies in the video game industry. It doesn't matter that they produce a waste of time. The only thing that matters is there's money being transferred. If I were to sell you a litter box and it was filled to the brim with cat poop and cat pee, because I don't clean it out enough. I do clean it out twice a day. It's cleaned out twice a day. But hypothetically, let's say I don't. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm not going to prove it to you. I don't need to. But let's say I were to sell you a litter box full of cat poop and cat pee. and let's say I sold it to you for $100. People would say, hey, that cat man, he's pretty smart, because he sold a whole bunch of cat poop and cat pee for $100. Now let's say I were to take that cat poop and that cat pee, and instead of selling it, I just gave it away. People would say, cat man, he's a crazy dude. He's just giving away cat poop to everybody. Man, crazy. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going with that. But it's the same idea. Just because money is being used, people are okay with it. Doesn't matter what it is. So the next time somebody says that those unwilling to work don't deserve economic security, and by the way, that means they die, just remember that video games are a complete waste of time, and we give it, the whole video game industry, $140 billion a year as of last year. Probably more this year. Just remember that, because they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say, oh yeah, that's right, but we're wasting a lot of money and resources now. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to pretend that doesn't happen. Because first off, they probably don't even realize it. And those who do, they don't want you to know. And oh boy, will they get mad if they don't want you to know. So just tell them about the video game industry. Tell them about the movie industry. Tell them about the pet rock industry. Tell them about the bottled air industry, not compressed air. For people like my elderly mother, bottled air. That is, they take a can, an empty can, and they sell it to you. All of this is a waste of resources and a waste of money. And these people who think that those unwilling to work need to die, they don't care. They think it's a fantastic thing that we waste resources because money is involved.